Well, well, I don't know how things are gonna go, but I finally worked myself into an interview all the way out in Las Vegas. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I'm praying that God will guide me, direct me, and that things will work out okay. We'll see. Well, I hope you can hear me. Well, I'm here. I could have took a picture of all the Las Vegas signage when I came in, and picture of the hotel I'm in, Hard Rock Cafe. Been there, done the tourist stuff. I'm here for this guy. This is Fanatics. I'm gonna interview with them tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. God willing, if it's in God's plan, I'll be working here. I'll let you know how it goes, the interview goes. I'm a little nervous about it. There's a lot of people I gotta talk to. Later. Well, just left the interview. It went pretty good. Almost to the point where I think they're gonna offer me a job. Seems like it's a little bit more responsibility than what I have now. Sounds like it's probably some more hours, you know. But at this point in my life, maybe that's a good thing. Sometimes I think I have too much free time on my mind. You know, don't have a family anymore. It seems like I don't tend to my garden. Some of my passions that I used to feel with my free time are not being filled. So maybe it'll be a good thing. So we'll see. But it was a pretty good experience. We'll talk to you later and give another update. So I'm back home. You know, it's emotional, man. You know, feeling like I had a message on my phone, and it was from Fanatics. They asked, I could tell from the little bit I read of the transcript, I haven't heard the whole message. Just don't know if I'm prepared to hear it yet. But I could tell from the transcript it was more of a let me know how the interview went type of thing. It wasn't nothing negative. It was a positive message. You know, when I was on my way back landing in Montgomery, you know, it was like I broke down in tears, man. I was so sad about coming back home to nothing. Like I always came back home to a family, you know, and that was my first time flying. You know, since Artis passed, and since Artis is my son. I'll say that because I don't know if I'll post this video or not. But if I did, people will want to know who's Artis. But Andrew, my other son, he's autistic. Me and my wife, she left me, you know. I'm not blaming her, you know, but she did. I mean, and now I'm in an empty house by myself. And it was hard, man. Going through losing a child and divorce. It's like my family, man, it was really, man, it was my most important. I won't say it was all I had, man. I had a church family. I got my brother, my two sisters, my nieces. I still got, Kim, we still good friends. And I definitely still got Andrew. He the most important thing to me. So that I had to hide the tears, man, from people on the plane. I didn't want them wondering what's wrong with that guy. When the plane took off, I felt like I just let it go of me. I don't think people heard me. I don't think they did, but tears were streaming. And some of it was because it was my first time flying back home to an empty house. I travel a lot throughout my career in my current company. Sometimes too much, actually. But I did. And I used to couldn't wait to get back home, man, because I had 2 boys and a wife waiting for me, I tell you, people, man, you don't ever realize what you have. You don't really realize it till it's gone, man. If you got a family, if you got a wife, and when I say a wife, I mean a woman that's got a heart and a passion for you, I mean it in the biblical sense, God say that a man that find a wife find a good thing. But you got a lot of people they married to a female, but it ain't really their wife. And in time it'll show, and then eventually it'll self-destruct. But it doesn't mean that when you get married, even for the wrong reason, as long as you keep God in it, man, you might not have married a wife in the beginning, but in time, she can still become your wife. So if you got a bad marriage, man, don't give up on it, man. It's hope. You just gotta know what that hope is. That hope is in Christ, man. When you get married, man, it's a spiritual union. It's not a union of the state. It is, but the legal side is almost like a business, but and too many people treat marriages like businesses. They give up on them when they run the other way. But if you get married for the real reason, man, and you keep God in your marriage, it'll work out, and you'll have some really, really to be thankful for, man. But whether you got a wife or not, man, hug your kids. I hugged mine while I had him. I told him I loved him. I don't have to regret that, but I just miss him, I just really miss him. But I cried because I was coming back to nothing for the first time. That was my first time flying back to Montgomery. Something that I've done feels like hundreds of times in the past, over the last, 10 years. One time I was flying every week for about 8 months. So I got real accustomed to coming into Montgomery and just thinking to myself, man, I miss my boys and I miss my wife, man. I miss my family, And it hit me, man. I'm coming back to nothing. But them tears was twofold, man, because I was also crying because I'm thinking to myself, man, you got to take this job if they offer it. You can't run, man. You done all this. Don't let fear creep in, because the devil, man, he'll block you from your blessing. He'll give you every excuse in the world, man, to turn the other way. And it's scary though, because I'm leaving Andrew behind. I feel like I know I'm gonna miss him. And I don't know why God want me to do this. I still don't know if I really will. Who knows? Maybe something will happen, man, and we can't even come to an agreement on money, I just don't know if this really gonna be for me until after I get official offer. But even looking like I'm gonna get one, it's like it's scary, man, knowing that I'm gonna leave Andrew. And I wonder, man, will you sink into a depression out there? You know, after a month, you ain't seen him. But man, if anything, if artists taught me anything, is that, man, you got to learn to live without the people you love the most. You know, you gotta just do what you think you want God wants you to do, man. You know, I'm trying to get unstuck right now, and I gotta, hope and pray that, man, if it works out and I take this job, that it's really truly gonna be for the best, for me, and if it's the best for me, man, it's the best for Andrew. And I know, man, God will bring him back to in my life some kind of way. It might be him, magically being able to come live with me there. It might be me coming back home after a stint there. I would like to think that if I take the job, I need to stay there at least 3 years. You know, and then maybe I'll come back. And he'll be here waiting for me. And Daddy just need to go clear his mind and just try to get his life started over, man. Because it's like, I didn't plan for none of this. I planned for a lot of things. But I didn't plan, man, to be without a family in this house. I definitely didn't plan to be without Artie. He was the most important thing I had. All of them, really, man. It's a unit. I really can't even explain it. I can't prioritize them. They were just all my family, and they were all important to me. So I hate I gotta make a decision like this, but this is where I'm at in my life. Sometimes I think staying here that almost seems like a worse choice. Like, I'm tired of this house. I'm tired of my life where I don't do nothing. And maybe I'll go out there and I won't do nothing, man. I don't know. But I gotta try to get unstuck, so we'll see. I mean, I might not get the job, and if it turns out I don't, I'm gonna keep going and try to do something else. Good news is I want to be without my baby, but sometimes I feel like, man, I'm such a empty father to him now. Sometimes I think, what good is it to be around him every couple of weeks if you're not the father you was? God knows I love him, but for whatever reason, man, I cannot be the father to him that I once was. I feel like I don't have a passion to. It's like I felt like I did that with Artis. I hoped, and hoped, and I kept pushing him to do this and that. I don't think I was too hard on him at all, actually, but I thank God I can look back and say that. But I was constantly trying to mold him into this person that, not necessarily that I want him to be, I just wanted him to be happy, man. And I would have loved it, man, if he'd have done it his way. As far as, the decisions he made as far as his career. But all I know, man, is that I tried to make him happy, and I made decisions for him to try to make him happy. And I saw why it didn't help. And I lost the passion for being a father because I was so confused. Like, what did I do wrong? And I know I didn't do nothing wrong, but I'm still empty-handed, you know. At least when it comes to my family as a unit together, man. Anyway, I didn't mean to talk this long. I just wanted to document this. I'm back, home, and this whole decision is weighing on me, man. And I know I can't say no, but I'll give another update after I talk to them, and then I'll know for sure, you know. All right. Well, last video I shot was me contemplating accepting a job at this company called Fanatics. The job was in Las Vegas. I live in a small town called Pike Road, Alabama. Grew up, born and raised here. Man, it was a very emotional decision because I have a autistic son, and I just recently lost a son that was in college. And then went through separation and a divorce, and something hit me, man, and said, man, you gotta do something different, you know. So I had a premonition to apply for this job in Las Vegas, a job in Las Vegas. And I wound up here. And when they gave me the offer, it was a very emotional decision. I struggled with it. And it took me 2 weeks to finally say yes. So I did accept the job offer. And today is moving day. I wanted to record myself going through the decision, but it was so emotional that I forgot to do it, and I didn't. But I'm trying to pick up now, and as you can see, my house is empty. House is empty. Everything's packed up and ready to go. So I am going to document my trip all the way there. I'll film again when I actually get in the car. Get in the U-Haul. Well, I actually gonna drive my truck, and I pull in my other car with a U-Haul car hauler. So the first stop is Dallas. I hope my goal is to reach that today. It's gonna be about 10-hour drive. So I will make another video of me all packed up before I leave. Talk to you soon.